Today, I'm going to share with you a technique that I found a lot of success on. Oh! What's happening, YouTube? If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Marvin, and you are now tuned in to Slingin Lures. Hey, I'm busy shooting an intro. Thank you. Seagulls, jeez. What's up, y'all? I want to take a moment to give a heartfelt thank you. The likes, the views, the comments, and all the subs I honestly did not expect for my second video, and I'm absolutely blown away by the amount of support that I've received. All of your positive energy motivates and inspires me to stay on course, keep slinging those lures, and create quality content that I hope you will all enjoy. So once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now let's get back to the video. Today I'm going to share with you a technique that I found a lot of success on when I first started fishing lures exclusively about 6 or 7 years ago. It was really difficult for me to catch them. I watched YouTube videos, I threw a lot of different lures, I tried different techniques. Honestly, I was terrible at fishing, and sometimes I still am. Maybe you're new to fishing, maybe you're interested in fishing, maybe you're a seasoned angler. I'm going to share this technique with you that catches me fish, and that technique we're talking about is the drop shot. Yes, I said it.
The drop shot.
In my opinion, it's one of the most versatile techniques out there. It's a technique that originated in Japan. It was a finesse technique intended for spinning tackle with light line, light wire hook, and smaller baits. Today, there's a variety of ways to fish it, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. So you'll see here, I've got my hooks, which are owner Mosquito hooks, size 2. And then I've got a tungsten weight. You don't have to do tungsten. That's just what I prefer. Regular lead weights work just fine. This is a 3/8 ounce. And then I've got 3 different style of lures. We've got a soft plastic paddle tail. We've got a curly tail. And then we've got a straight tail. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your hook. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I'm passing the line through the top part of the hook. So we're going to go in. Alright. And then we're going to go back out. When you do that, you're going to want to make sure that you're keeping this loop available. Now, you're going to want about the geese are flying. Thank you, geese. Now that you've got your loop, you're going to want to make sure you have a pretty long tag end. I like to do about 1 foot to 15 inches, like so. Now, you're going to do what's called a Palomar knot. So you've got this loop, you're just going to make a simple overhand knot. So you're still pinching the 2 lines on each side. Take that knot or that loop, do 1 overhand, cinch it but not all the way. You're going to take your hook, put it through that little loop that you made, and then you're going to want to moisten it. A little bit of saliva does the trick. And then you go ahead and cinch it down. And that's how you do your Palomar knot. There's an important step that you don't want to miss. You're going to want to take this tag end and once again pass it through the top. So you're going to face your hook this way, hook point facing up, take the tag end, pass it through, and pull it all the way down. And what this is going to do is it's going to ensure that your hook is always facing up. So now you're going to take your sinker, and there's a couple different styles of drop shot sinker. I prefer the teardrop style. They do have cylindrical ones. You can see here it's got a little eyelet with a barrel swivel attached to it already, so it spins around and you won't get line twists. And you could do the same thing here, whatever knot you prefer, Palomar knot, any knot will work here. I'm just going to do a San Diego jam because honestly that's my favorite knot. Not sure if you guys are picking up that sound, I'm sure you are, but there's a pond a little ways down and they do RC boats over there, so that's pretty cool. Also pretty loud. Moisten it, cinch it down. There you go. So you got your sinker tied on. You're going to want to clip that tag end. And this is how your setup should look. You've got the hook, and then about a foot down you've got your sinker. We're going to go ahead and start with paddle tail. This is the 2.8 inch Keitech Swing Impact FAT in the Smokin Blue color. The most common way to rig a drop shot is actually to just nose hook it. Right, so what you're going to do is just come through the bottom and then come out through the top, and it'll look like that. And that gives the best action because as you can see, it'll free swing, has a lot of movement. The other option is to thread it. You just come through like that, come out, and then you've got your lure and your hook. I like this because it tends to make the lure last a little bit longer. I feel like you can get more uses out of it. But with these Keitechs, if you fished with them before, you know just how not durable they are and they tear really easily. So I don't think it really matters how you rig this up. It's up to you though. Let's go ahead and catch some fish. Check the drag. Too tight. Oh, I think those are mullet that are jumping. The Keitechs are really good to use because they also have a squid scent to them. The only problem with the Keitechs is that they're a little bit on the pricier side for soft plastics, and the durability is definitely not there. They get torn up pretty easy. You'll be lucky if you can catch a fish and get a second use out of them. I didn't even turn on the other GoPro. Let's do that. I did that last time also. All right, here we go. Little squirrels. Got to keep an eye out. Squirrels can be thieves. So I think because it keeps sliding off, I'm just gonna go ahead and nose hook this one. Bite. Oh, just nibbling the tail. Not swallowing it though. Oh, that was a bigger hit. Nope. They're just nipping at the tail. Didn't want to swallow the whole thing. So we still got our lure, thankfully. With a soft plastic paddle tail, you can do a straight retrieve if you're retrieving it slow. Again, drop shot, usually you're just dragging it on bottom. So another technique instead of just straight retrieve is just dragging it using your rod and then reeling up the slack. That's probably the most common way to fish it, and that allows you to fish it nice and slow and also feel whatever is on bottom. Oh, there we go. I almost slipped, but we're on. That's our first fish. If it stays on, fighting pretty hard. I think this is a spotty. Oh, yep, digging. All right. We got our first fish hooked right at the top of the lip. Very nice. All right, there you go. First spotted bay bass of the morning. Very nice fish, good looking. First fish of the day. So yeah, as you can see, my lure is no longer there anymore. That's the only problem with nose hooking. A lot of the times the lure will just come right off. So show this off to the other camera. Let's go. No skunk, baby. I set the hook and slipped on the rock. You got to be careful when you're on these rocks. Don't want to fall and get hurt. So let's go ahead and get that out. Good looking spotty. Little chunky fella. Off it goes. So we know that works. So now we're going to throw on a big hammer grub. This is a curly tail. The color is Motor Oil Christmas. Motor oil is probably one of my favorite colors when it comes to lures, and this is pretty small. It's 1 3/4 inches. When you guys rig your curly tail grubs, how do you normally do it? Do you do it tail down, tail up? I'm not sure if it really matters, but I do tail down usually. And then here, not sure that you can see that, probably not, but it is stamped on there, big hammer. So we're gonna go ahead and rig it this way. Now we'll see if we can thread this one, and if it starts slipping off, then we'll just nose hook it. There you go, just like that. All right, got our grub on. Get this out there. Almost forgot to talk about the type of rod and reel that I'm using. So you already noticed I'm using spinning setup. This is a 2500 size reel, and the rod is a medium heavy. Honestly, you can do light to medium heavy. I choose medium heavy because it's a little bit more versatile. It allows you to throw a lot more different techniques and different styles of lure. All right, we're not getting bit here, so we're gonna go ahead and move down. Tons of people on the water. right there. Let's try that out. Ooh, what about that big rock? Grass right now. That's grass. Oh, what happened there? Oh, wrapped up around the guides. I don't know if you guys could see that. This isn't bad. We can get this out. There you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Fix our little grubby grub. So we definitely found a little bit more grass. Some uh-oh. No, we might break off here. We're snagged on something. Damn. I wonder what I got snagged on. Okay, I'm gonna have to break this off. I don't think that's coming free. Yep, we broke. So we're gonna have to retie. Lost the whole rig. It broke at the hook. Plus it was a little bit frayed in this area anyway, so it's all good. We needed to retie. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll see if we can find a safe place to stand. I think I see a spot. Let's go this way. Oh, there we go. Bit. Small one. What is that? Oh my goodness. So we got ourselves a micro sand bass. How freaking cute is this thing? Pooped on me. No, look at the poop. I'm gonna have to wipe that off. Okay. Oop. Let's let him go. Alright, we're gonna keep moving. See if we can get another fish on this grub, and then we'll switch it over to a straight tail. Let's be careful. Use our free hand. That rock moves. So does that one. And that one. Okay, there's not a lot of places to set up the other GoPro, so we'll just leave it in the backpack and then we'll cast this out there. we go, we're on. I think that's a spotty. Fighting pretty hard. Yep. All right, let's go. Hell yeah. Right in the corner of the mouth. There you go. All right, so that's technically our third fish. So you can see there, right in the corner of the mouth. Beautiful looking fish, nice and healthy. Like 8 or 10 inches. A little chunky, he's been eating. Oh. And they like to shred up your thumb like that. They got teeth. So we're gonna let this guy go. Then we're gonna switch lures. All right, one last look. Beautiful looking fish. Thanks for coming on the show. Perfect. That's what we wanted to see. All right, y'all, so just want to give a little bit of an update. We caught our third fish. The first one was a spotted bay bass. Second one was a sand bass. The third one was a spotted bay bass again. And so far we've caught fish on 2 types of lures. The first one was a soft plastic paddle tail, and the second one was a curly tail grub. And now we're gonna go ahead and put on our last type of lure for the day. That's gonna be a straight tail, and I'll show you that when I got it rigged up. This is the OSP Mylar Minnow. It is a 2.5 inch, and I can't remember what color this is. It's a little bit see-through with a little bit of blue on top, and then I think they're called Mylar strips, but in the belly there are these thin little strips of some kind of filament that gives off a color, basically.
Huh?
Gosh, I can't even find the words. Alright, so it seems like the nose hooking has been working well. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. We're going to come right up through the bottom and then out through the top, like so, and boom, you got yourself a nice little bait fish imitation. Ah! I gotta stop doing that. Alright, so just a note, the first 2 lures that we threw were a soft plastic paddle tail and a curly tail grub. Now with those, the dragging motion or just the retrieve, it's already gonna have action. The thing with a straight tail lure, it'll still have action, just not nearly as much, so you wanna give it a little bit. What I mean by that is, I'm not so much wiggling the rod tip. If you look at this line, I try to pop the line, so I go from tension to slack to tension. So you see that? It's very subtle. Tension, slack, tension. And that causes the lure to just kind of dance in spot. You're just dragging it along bottom slowly, and that little tail is going to be dancing up and down. Okay, so we're going to move spots. Some treacherous stuff right here. Alright, so we're good here. Take our backpack off. Find a place to put our GoPro. Alright, we're settled in, got our straight tail lure on. I'm going to go ahead and cast it in between the bridges, see if we can get anything. Wind is really carrying the line. I think that might have been a little nibble, not sure. Okay, we're on. I think that might be a halibut. because I just felt weight. Okay, we're on a good fish right now. I just felt weight. Oh. Okay. Yep. Halibut. Not illegal. Little shaker. So there you go. We got our 4th catch. All right. Let's go, baby. It got hooked pretty good. There we go. Got it out. Oh, there goes the rod. Check that out. Nice fish. If you've never seen California halibut, they are a flatfish, actually a type of flounder. Brown on one side, white on the other side, but put up a good fight. We're gonna go ahead and release them. There goes. Nice catch. All right, y'all, so we've officially caught a fish on each lure that we put onto our drop shot. So hopefully that helps you out. Drop shot is a solid technique. That was the best fish of the day so far, and we'll probably keep on fishing. It is getting crazy right now. Take a look around. Lots of water activity right now. Lots of traffic on the water. So there you have it. Hopefully this video helps you out. With that being said, if you got any value from this video, maybe you learned something, or maybe you know someone that could benefit, feel free to share this video. If you enjoy this content, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Smash that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I honestly appreciate all of you, and I can't wait to see y'all on the next video. Thank you for tuning in to Slingin Lures. Peace and tight lines.
The drop shot.
Thank you, geese. Uh-oh. Pooped on me. No, look at the poop. Oh, no skunk, baby. Hey, I'm busy shooting an intro.